Don't let family ties blind you. It's important to trust but verify. I just want to talk about a common trend. There's a story making the rounds of a couple who entrusted, that's the husband now, entrusted his younger brother with a building project. They are based outside the country. Entrusted the younger brother with the building project for his house. And when it was time, the uh, late couple now came over to Nigeria to see the house. The younger brother welcomed them, took them to a different house, and asked them to spend the night, that he'll be taking them to the new house tomorrow. And that was the end of the story. They were found dead in the house he kept them. And from investigations, it was confirmed, or it was alleged, that the younger brother, they died of poisoning, and it was traced back to the younger brother. What a wicked world it is. And the truth is, most of Nigerians, especially for those of you who are outside the country, we love to take certain security checks for granted. But I believe, even as a Christian, the Bible talks about the worst enemies of a man's house are members of his household. The closest person to you, just like Judas Iscariot, he was the closest person. He was very close to Jesus Christ. He was the treasurer, in fact, but he was the one who stabbed Jesus, who sold Jesus out. We're not saying don't trust your family members, no. But then it is important to trust yet verify when it comes to your investment and your life savings. Now, from trusting your brother to dying before your time. But the question here is, what then should you do? And that is where we come in. You can trust your brother and engage the services of a competent, reliable, and trustworthy real estate firm. And then your brother can supervise in your absence. And the two of them can be giving you reports independently. And then the thing is, a real estate company, reputable for that matter, will not abscond with your money for one client when they are dealing with maybe 100, 1,000 clients. And only you, they will now come and abscond with your money. It doesn't even make sense. They can't jeopardize their entire career because of one client. So it is important to engage the services of professionals. Yes, trust your family members, but engage the services of professionals. And then let your family members be your eye on what the professionals are doing. Now, I'm talking from experience because I had a similar experience with a supposedly church member. He was a deacon, or he is a deacon in a very respectable church. And we had an understanding. We worked with him for like 2-3 years, but we never signed anything. And so he knew from the beginning, he knew that because we didn't sign anything, we just worked as, this is a father in the Lord. We agreed to work together and we didn't sign anything based on trust, in quote. And after 3 years or so, when the final cash out came in, based on our agreed terms of the split, when the money came in, that was the end of the story. We tried everything possible to recover our part of the share. Nothing worked. We took him to his church, reported him to the council of the disciplinary council. They called us, they called him. We sat in the council with them. They asked us questions, and what the man said shocked me. He said he had no agreement with us whatsoever. And they did their best, try to use, of course, we are brothers. Let's see how, please, whatever it is, just see how you can just give them something. We said, something? Really? For something, for efforts that we are the primary facilitators of the whole engagement, and we are now at his mercy for him to find us something. What a world. But the reality is, the barrister told us, he said, look, This is the bitter lesson of trusting a fellow believer. Unfortunately, we learned the hard way. He said, even if it's our father, he said, even if it is his father as a legal practitioner, if there's anything that is going to connect him and his father in terms of business, it must be written. Because people change. Money changes people. And so we must be careful out there. We must be careful out there. We must be careful out there. I learned the bitter way. I don't want you to learn the bitter way. Can we learn from each other's experiences? Engage the services of a professional. Engage the services of a professional firm. And let your family members be your eye on your project. I think that way you are safer. Thank you and have a blessed day.